Shine. We gave you all the information outside. Now we're going to take a look. We're going to give you a little bit of a tour. We're going to leave a few things out, so you have to come and check it out. Let's take a look. Beautiful Colorado Snow Sports Museum with Ashley Carter. Ashley, I'm so excited to see all things Colorado Mountain Snow Sports.
Yes, come on in.
Oh, wow. This is amazing. Oh, we got a pan that, what a cool space. What are we going to look at today, Ashley? I'm so excited.
Well, when you first come in, our first exhibit here on the 10th Mountain, we can't talk about snow sports without them.
Yes.
And so that is why we start with them. The founders of Vail were in the 10th. They contributed to over 60 ski hills when they came back from World War II. So they are a big foundation of snow sports and outdoor world and mountaineering within Colorado.
Wow, this is absolutely incredible. I'm going to be saying wow a lot. It's interesting because I've been in here multiple times and I still am so impressed.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, there's plenty to read and check out.
Right.
When you come through, we've got a lot of visuals. We actually have the largest collection of 10th Mountain Division stuff on display.
Wow.
From the original World War II guys. So it shows you examples. You can read about what each little part and piece is that they had to carry. They were about 90-pound rucksacks. They have a song called 90-pound rucksack.
Wow. That's wild to think about. That's so big. Yeah, you have to be tough. I'm like, dang.
And it was not with the gear and equipment that we have today either, as you can tell with the exhibit there. But yeah, obviously Camp Hale, how you got into the 10th, all the good history here comes around. We've got a wonderful Letters Home exhibit that's digital, and you can look up the whole entire roster of World War II
Wow.
10th Mountain soldiers.
That's so powerful. How cool. And Ashley, where does a lot of this come from? From various museums around the country, around the world? From people donating? Is it all over?
It's a whole mix, yeah.
Cool.
We actually have a resource center in Wheat Ridge that has even more things than we have on display here.
Awesome.
We get it from a lot of 10th Mountain descendants and finding things and acquiring them that way. And it's just from people who trust us to curate it and put it out there and keep this history alive.
Wow, that's really cool. How neat. And that's another reason to come in here. Oh, and we are dog friendly. I love dog friendly. That's a great thing to know.
We are dog friendly as long as the dogs are friendly.
I love that. And we have another person on our tour today, which I love. That's amazing.
Absolutely. We've got Teddy, which Teddy belongs to our director here. So.
Awesome. I love it. You can come say hi to Teddy too. Cute dog. Awesome. Wow, this is so powerful. Do you just find yourself working here, coming around and just getting lost in all the things that you can read about and learn?
I learn something every day, whether it's from the exhibits or the little pieces I haven't read or watching videos and that kind of stuff, or from people coming in and sharing their stories. Absolutely.
Were you always interested in history, Ashley? Because it seems like this is the coolest job to have for someone that loves history.
You know, I think I liked it a lot more than I realized. Right? Growing up in school, I wouldn't have said it was my favorite subject.
Right.
And
little did you know.
I always find myself talking about the history and foundations of stuff.
And Ashley, do you guys show, I saw this really cool theater back here. What is this for Colorado Snow Sports? Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
We actually play a documentary on the 10th Mountain Division. It is 45 minutes. It has actual 10th Mountain veterans in it that are sharing their story. And it talks about the 10th Mountain Division and how they really contributed to the start of Vail and other snow sports areas.
That's amazing. How cool. This is pretty awesome.
And this is our Hall of Fame exhibit. Like we said, it's always going to have the current class, the most recent inductees there. But then this is a touch screen, and you can look up every single Hall of Fame member in our Hall of Fame. There's over 250 members, and they're listed by name there.
So cool. Yeah. That's really neat. How special and how cool for the people to come back here who are in the Hall of Fame and see themselves in.
Yeah, we'll get the actual Hall of Fame members, and then we'll get their families, right? Because our first class was from 1977.
That's amazing.
So we don't necessarily have all of those Hall of Fame members with us anymore.
Right.
Their daughters and sons and grandkids and family members, they'll all come in. And we usually, if they allow us, take pictures with them to show how that history is continuing.
How powerful. That's amazing.
It's very cool in my opinion.
So here is my personal favorite because being the vibe, this is definitely a vibe, and I love fashion. So awesome. Tell us what this is all about, Ash.
So these outfits actually are all from Ann Taylor, not the Ann Taylor everyone knows.
That's what I was going to.
I know. I think it's Ann Bonfui. I always say her name.
Yes.
She is actually a Hall of Fame member, which is very, very cool to learn about her. But she was a fashion icon of Vail specifically with skiing. These all belong to her. This is her right here. So you can see she actually made these leggings that are on this. She did so much of this stuff.
I
and
love
you can
that.
learn about her. She was a fashion lady, but she was also a pilot
Yeah.
and a U.S. ski team member. Like all these really cool things.
I would wear that. You know I would rock that on the mountain, 100%.
absolutely.
That's rad. Oh, I love this. That is definitely a vibe. You know what? I would rock both of those. That's pretty cool. I love
She's
that.
got way more. That's just part of it.
So cool. So it's showing the different ways that like fashion has come.
And it's ski fashion, right? It's
Right.
not necessarily all the function. But
Right. It's a fashion. It's meant to
whereas
be
this is
fun.
the function part.
Yes.
So you can ski, like skiing through time, it's going to show you the boots, bindings, and skis, and like the major changes. So it's not every single thing there, but I probably hear the most comments about this exhibit where
Yeah.
people will say, I saw the old gear I used to ski on.
Oh,
there,
no
you know?
way.
Like, of course you did.
And you're like, it was
it's
not
wild.
comfortable at all.
No,
It's so
well,
much
that's-
better now.
As the gear changed, the sport changed, right?
Right.
And you can tell that because it was literally, people are like, those aren't ski boots. And it was then.
Totally.
You know, with leather straps. It was pretty crazy.
Wow, that's wild.
And you can see it's, closer here, the 1940s. That's going to show you what those ski soldiers, it was the boots because they had to be able to ski on them, mountaineer. They helped develop all of the skins technology and the backcountry stuff.
Right.
Because they had to.
Oh, I'm so happy I ski in different boots these days. Oh my goodness, this is wild.
Right, and then it comes into like more of today's versions.
Right.
Very different than those leather boots.
Very different. How cool is that? And each one has kind of the information about each boot, each ski, the progression. How cool.
Yep. And we've actually got a couple of them have those QR codes there you can scan, and it's going to show you about the boots and like the special clasps, all the
Oh,
things
wow.
on there, and what was so different about it. So
How cool is that?
yeah, we're trying to we might present the history from way back when, but we can
You're
use today's
becoming
technology.
progressive. I
Yep,
love that. Oh
absolutely.
my goodness. Look at that. Wow. I don't know, Ashley. I don't know if I would have sat on.
Well, that's from Aspen's lift one there.
Wow.
So
It really is neat to come back here and you are really just stepping into a whole different time frame. It feels like a whole different world in here. It's
yeah,
pretty
'cause
incredible.
then This is going to be that interpretation and show you like how skiing really kind of got started around
Right.
here and move on. So like behind you was the gear, and then this is like it was really for like mailmen and medics, just
Right.
like transportation. Then it went into like the winter carnivals and ski jumping, and it's
Pretty
it's cool to
wild.
see that it went from a necessity
Right.
into a really fun recreational activity.
And we always say it's a way of life now. It is
It
definitely.
is a lifestyle,
Yes.
for sure. We agree about that.
I am so excited. It was such a fun day. I learned so much history. I learned so much about mountain towns, mountain community, and all things ski, snowboarding history, snow sports history. Thank you, Ashley, for taking us through.
Of course, we'd love anyone to be here. That's what we're here for, is to share those stories so that you are inspired to do your own adventures.
I love that. So come check them out. We'll see you guys soon. Keep it right here for more of The Vibe.